I'm sure most of you have used one of these while driving instead of concentrating on your driving. I know I have. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in 2008 there were around 6,000 crash-related deaths resulting from driver distractions. And a distraction is anything that causes the driver to take their eyes off the road, hands from the steering wheel, or to interrupt their concentration while driving. My name is Andrew Allgard, and I'm going to tell you a little about cell phones, why it's important not to use them when driving, and give you some tips to help keep you from using your cell phone while you're in your car. The Cellular Telecommunication Industry Association reports that as of 2008, 250 million Americans were subscribers to cell phone services. And that comes out to be about 84% of America's population. About 25 years ago, the cell phone industry only had about 1 million customers and was a mere $3 million market. Nowadays, the customer base has expanded to over more than 200 million customers and is now a $30 billion a year industry. And is also continuing to grow. This was reported by the Federal Communications Commission. Cell phone technology has greatly changed the way that people communicate, do business, and has helped out immensely in emergencies. Since cell phones started to become a part of the average American's everyday life, we have been able to communicate with just about anybody, anytime, and anywhere through calling, voicemail, and text messaging. Let's see. Access to the internet, email, bank accounts, and many other online services through our phones has allowed people to conduct businesses much more efficiently. This gives a business owner the ability to multitask while doing other things such as eating, traveling, or even attending an event. Now, with the ability to communicate just about anywhere, this has been helpful in cases of emergencies, like crashes. For example, say you come upon an accident that has happened miles from anywhere. Without a cell phone to call for help, it could take a long time for help to arrive on the scene, and in situations like that, time is important. But what if you were to find out that the accident was caused because the driver was using their phone while they were driving? According to the National Safety Council, they estimate that every year there are around 1.6 million crashes caused by people either talking on their phones or text messaging while they are driving. Now, let's think about this statistically for a minute. In 2006, the Census Bureau reported that there were 202.8 million licensed drivers in the United States. Now, take into account that there are about 250 cell phone subscribers in the U.S. That means there's an 81% chance that you're likely to be driving close to someone using a phone in their car. Also, out of that 81% chance of a driver using their phone while they're driving, there is almost a 1% chance that someone could cause an accident due to the fact that they're on their phone. Now, although this isn't a significant probability, there's still a chance that something could happen. And with all the other distractions already out there for drivers, do we really want to add to that? I'll admit that it is nice to have a phone with you in your car in case you get bored and need to talk to somebody on a long trip, or there's an emergency and it's necessary to call for help. Cell phones aren't the only distractions to drivers, though. Some of these other distractions include reading signs, eating, talking to other passengers, or changing the radio station, all while driving. The University of Utah conducted a study on the use of cell phones while driving, and they stated that the percentage of drunk drivers on the road is actually lower than the percentage of people using their phones while they are driving. And they also said that there's an ever-increasing amount of distractions being built into cars nowadays. And some of those things include the ability to watch TV, surf the web, or even receive a fax while you're driving. Now with the number of distractions for drivers, we need to try and abstain from them if we can, especially cell phones. And what I did, to help drivers refrain from using their phones when driving, I came up with the acronym using the word SAFE. Now, S stands for shut off your phone while driving. If you shut your phone off, you won't be looking at it, checking your email, looking at text messages, making a call, answering phone calls, or checking your voicemail. So just shut your phone off. The A stands for avoid texting. Although some people consider texting and talking on your phone different, both of them are still dangerous to do while you're driving, so just try to avoid doing that. The F stands for forget about answering that phone call. You can just let your voicemail pick it up, or you could, if you really have to, you could pull over to the side of the road and answer the phone call, or make a call if you have to, or just wait until you get to where you're going. And the E stands for everyone will be much safer if you do these things. In closing, now that you know a little about cell phones, their distractions, and how to refrain from using them, I ask you to stay off your phone when driving. Thank you.